Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. So today I figured I would talk about something that's obscured, a film that hardly anyone would talk about really. That seems up my alley. It's low budget of course, and it's a blast from the past. Which I probably would have done anyway because I've done that quite a few times before, regardless of the genre really. Low budget cinema. I like this type of stuff anyway. I really enjoy it. Anyway, I want to review a sci-fi film titled The Lucifer Complex, which, judging from the title, you can automatically guess, yes, it has something to do with evil. In this case, Hitler, yes. Yes, I'm reviewing another Hitler title again. But, yeah, that does come into play here, like Nazism and whatnot. It has something to do with World War II, of course. So, yeah, automatically, it's weird as shit. Not that I'm complaining, though, because a lot of these low budget features tend to be more experimental anyway, so. Points for being creative. I'll give it points for being creative, of course. So yes, what makes this kind of scary in some ways? There's still people to this very day who do worship Hitler, even though he's actually in the wrong, clearly in the wrong. But so of course that's going to happen, unfortunately. Anyway, point being is that I don't want to review another sci-fi movie, of course, aside from Star Wars. I mean, nothing against Star Wars, but I want to review all those sci-fi type stuff other than just that discussing that all the damn time. That's kind of why I wanted to do this video. I was supposed to have done this video a while back, but I just kept putting it aside. Really, I just keep dragging my feet on this. So whatever, I guess. So anyway, as always, let's talk about the plot, shall we? So here we go. So yes, of course, there's going to be some kind of weird thing going on with science. Crazy scientist, to be more exact, of course. Early on in the film, we get to see, literally within the first few minutes of screening, we get to see that there's this guy. Only is that he's in this unknown factory and he thinks about the history of mankind through many of the, I guess, crazy stuff that happened, many angry people and those wars that occurred within history throughout mankind and whatnot. And of course, it's shown through some VHS tape, of course, that, according to him, contained the whole history of man, of course. And this is supposed to be important to give you an idea what this movie is trying to show is that, I guess, some kind of social commentary kind of a thing. Of course, so there's that, I guess. Anyway, so the thing is that this is supposed to go with the whole thing with the Nazis, as I was saying earlier, of course, and whatnot. So everything is explained to some kind of extent on when it's implied that this guy is probably the last survivor on Earth in this alternate future where war had pretty much prevailed over peace. So there's that, I reckon. So, okay. So ultimately, what's going on here is that there is this intelligence agent character who pretty much discovers this Nazi plot to revive the Third Reich, of course, by using clones. Yes, clones of Adolf Hitler and all that. At least important figures anyway, or anybody else that would be deemed necessary. Yeah, it's a pretty damn crazy plot when you think about it. But okay, so there's that going on here. And yes, of course, this in some ways is an action movie. Things really get explosive, no pun intended, towards the end of the movie, where this film really goes really crazy and whatnot. The former Nazi scientist, someone's doing this whole clone thing when it comes to this kind of a thing here, in order to return to have these certain type of individuals to be in power once again here. Yeah, the last part of the film with everything just goes crazy and whatnot. I like that part. That was pretty wild. With explosions, stuff getting destroyed. Yeah, I like that. I really did. So I guess it's like in some ways it's trying to be like an action movie, at least towards the end of it, really. So okay. Well, if you want to make a film be really wild and crazy and everything, so I mean go for it, I suppose. Ultimately, I guess from what I can gather from this movie is that it's like trying to do like a social commentary thing or whatever. I mean, sure, why not? Whatever. But like I was saying, is that a lot of these low budget features attempt to be really experimental. So I'll give the movie that. At least it attempts to be this kind of a wild movie in some ways. And yes, of course, way back when people were starting to have computers, and computers were getting more advanced over the years and whatnot. So of course, a lot of people felt that the future was like is something really unknown. Like how advanced can we make computers up to the point where they'd be self-efficient and whatnot? A lot of people would be thinking that maybe that's scary right there. So then, of course, the whole thing with the science studies and whatnot, science studying can be really advanced, which it was. Nowadays, it's more advanced than compared to like what the 80s, even the 90s. Things have progressed so fast with science when it comes to like maybe fixing your hand when it gets all ruined or whatever, or skin. I guess you repair skin faster. Medication has improved vastly, of course. So okay, so like people for that long can be like really fearful for a lot of people, of course, because yes, I know it sounds ironic because it's supposed to be like the exact opposite, but people have the fear of unknown. How far is too far? So that kind of a thing, of course. But people can be really paranoid about certain things. Can this advanced technology and this vast medication and whatnot, can this be used for evil? Unfortunately, yes, you could. People out there with a crazy mind could use this kind of stuff for wicked. So you can use that as a setup for like a science fiction movie, of course. So there's that. But anyway, I didn't think this one was too shabby. Of course, I thought it was pretty decent in some ways. And like I said, my favorite part of the film would probably towards the end of the movie. I don't mean that in a saunty way. I like how the action sequences were set up with stuff getting destroyed. I like that. Stuff getting blown to bits, of course. I thought that was cool. Anyway, so I just wanted to explore and just talk about stuff like hardly anyone would talk about, of course. I would be doing that anyway, sooner or later. And like I was saying earlier on the video, is that I've been meaning to do this anyway, to begin with. I've been meaning to do this anyway. There's other things I want to talk about and bring up, but I'll just leave it like this because I don't want to get too spoily in the storyline. I rarely do that actually. Anyway, so yeah, I will recommend this one, folks, or definitely. I'm not really a big fan of sci-fi, really, but I want to check this out because it's obscured, it's low budget, and it's something from the past. Well, definitely. I tend to like these more I tend to like these more rare gems anyway compared to like movies nowadays, really. I mean, there are some exceptions, obviously. Anyway, I'll give this film a Novaval rating of a 6.8 out of 10. It's a 6.8 out of 10 for me. So, as always, thanks for watching and take care. Until next time, see ya. Oh, yeah, later.